Okay, students, so the ramp race. Well, you can watch the slow motion video and see very easily the order in which the marbles reach the bottom. What you can't see just with the naked eye is how fast they're moving at the bottom. That was one of the questions that I wanted you to think about. So when they get down here to the bottom, right, all three of them eventually get down to this point right about here. Actually, I'll make this a little smaller. So, whoops. So right down here when they get down to the bottom. Question is, how does the speed of the purple compare to the green, compare to the red? So you can't see that from the slow motion video, but I took three separate videos, one of the marble coming down the purple, one coming down the green, one coming down the red, and I used the Logger Pro software with a technique called video analysis to mark off the position of the marble at successive intervals of time and then plot a position time graph to find out how fast they're going. Now, I had to rotate the camera so that when the marbles come down the ramp, they come off in the frame of the camera horizontally. That way, the video analysis can measure the speed very easily that way. And one thing you may or may not have noticed in the slow-mo video is when the purple marble comes down, it actually flies off the track at the end. So I had to turn it. So I'll show you those three videos and what the results were so you can see for yourself. Okay, so here it is. So the first one, here's the purple ramp, and the marble comes down the ramp. And again, I'm just focused right here is just this little spot down here, right? I made this little mark on the piece of wood. That's 10 centimeters. So I told the computer this is 10 centimeters, so it uses that as a reference. So I'll let this fly by, and you'll see a bunch of dots appear. Okay, so this is the position of the marble as it flies by right down here at the bottom of the ramp. So if I go back, I'll go back in time a little bit so you can see that. So all I did was I advanced this frame by frame and then just marked off the location of the ball. Now you can notice it's not super exact because the ball is blurry, but it's pretty close. So I did that, and then the computer drew a position time graph, and I said find the slope of the position time graph, and it did, and it says the slope is 0.3048, I think. Can I zoom in on that? No, 0.3048. So I'll actually just copy that here. Okay, put that back. So 0.3, it's kind of hard to read, but the 0.3048, that's how fast the purple marble was moving at the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the green one. Okay, here's the green one. So again, this is 10 centimeters, and let's watch it. There it goes. And I'll just go back so you can see the markings that I added starting here, because this is at the bottom. And again, I tried my best to get it right in the center of the sphere. Again, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And you can see the slope of the position time graph says 0.3039. Okay, so it's not identical, but it's essentially the same. I mean, it's super close. 0.3039, that was for green. So it pretty much had the same velocity as purple. And let's check red. Here's red, again, the 10 centimeters marked off here. Let's watch it go, flies by. And again, let's just check it, make sure I marked it off okay. So each frame, mark at the center of the ball. Okay, and the position time graph is 0.3062. Okay, that's red. Okay, so what conclusion should we then come to looking at these results? Well, I think it's pretty clear to say that at the bottom of the ramp, when all three marbles get to the bottom here, they all have the same velocity, about 0.3 meters per second. Like the squiggly equals means approximately. So regardless of how much time it took for each of the marbles to get to the bottom, they all ended up having exactly the same speed at the bottom. They all had exactly the same speed at the top, too, 0. So that's something to think about. How come they all have the same speed at the bottom, yet it takes them different times to get to the bottom? That's something we're going to try to explore in this unit, and hopefully after we learn a little bit more, we'll be able to explain what exactly is going on here. All right, see you later.